now listening to the Playmaker Podcast.
What's good, family? This is your host, Reggie Coleman. I have my buddy here,
DJ Bean.
and it's been a while. It's been what, 3 weeks?
Yeah, about 3 weeks.
It's been 3 weeks since we last talked to y'all, but we back. I've been going through some personal things. Lost a family member. Shout out to Kida. We know she gonna watch this, so shout out to you.
Definitely.
You know you always here in spirit, so to speak. So how you been these last 3 weeks?
I've been good, man. Just trying to enjoy the holidays during this pandemic. It's kind of hard because a lot of people aren't with their families, and that could take a toll on people mentally, for real. So I've just been grateful. I've been able to see my family. Also staying safe, getting tested bi-weekly. So I'm good.
You know, like
I'm
you
sorry
said.
for your loss too, man.
Appreciate it.
When I found out.
No, real. That's what real ones do. But yeah, I spent time with family during Christmas.
Yeah, how was Christmas for you?
It wasn't the same because I got grandparents who live in Maryland.
True.
So they couldn't travel. Well, they could have traveled, but it wasn't safe for them because they older, obviously. So it was different without them here this Christmas. But my immediate family was here, my parents, my aunt, and whatnot. So it was cool. You know, we turned up a little bit like we always do.
Always.
Yeah, so it was cool.
That's good, man.
So let's talk about the question you posted on.
Oh, we getting right to it.
We getting right to it. What was it? Facebook?
I put it on Instagram. Well, on Facebook. Oh, we could do two. We could do both
Hey,
of them.
yeah, I'm here.
The one on Facebook was, why are people? Let me go on Facebook.
Go ahead, pull it on up.
Yeah, that was definitely a good one. I had some good feedback on that one too.
And I'm gonna give you.
Oh, this general question.
Go ahead.
Why do people discriminate when it comes to dating people with a kid or kids? And does that offend you if you do have children?
This is my personal opinion. Back when I was single, I'm happily in a relationship. But when I was single and people had kids, it was like, yo, what? Why am I going after somebody who has kids and I'm still young? At this point, I'm young. This is me in college, me just graduating college. This is my thinking then. It was like, why am I pursuing somebody who has kids when I'm young? I got a lot. It's so many more women out here that don't have kids. Whether it's easy to find them or not that's another story. But
I mean, were they grabbing your attention though? Like
women with kids?
Yeah.
I mean, back then, not really, because I didn't die. Like, I wasn't interested in getting to know anybody at that point. So it was like, if they had kids or not, I wouldn't even have known if, like, it was like, maybe if they had an Instagram and they posted their kids, then, like,
well, I'm gonna keep that in the back of my head.
Yeah, but, like, for the most part, it's like, nah, I'm not interested in a woman with kids because I don't have any of my own, so I just didn't want to go through that when I know it's other women out here who are single and have no kids, and I'd rather have that person. That's just a personal opinion. How you feel?
My personal opinion,
Go.
or my personal, like when I was younger, for some reason I was into older women, but that wasn't until I was like, I want to say 17, 18.
Mm-hmm.
I was dating older women, and for me personally, that was cool with me because it was like nobody's gonna pressure me to have no kids. You already have a kid, so it did get a little awkward when, say, like the kid's father or something wasn't in their life. Now they're looking at you as a father figure, and then You know, they might get attached to you, and you know you only there for a little razzle dazzle. You know what I mean? So,
and that's another thing. Like,
I'm just speaking
how
facts.
deep into this quote unquote relationship are y'all getting into? Like you just said, are the kids actually meeting you? Are y'all going out to like family outings and dinners and trips to the park? Like, how close are you getting to the kid? Then you bring the kid into a relationship. Then you getting attached to the kid, or the kid getting attached to you, and this is like, damn.
I feel like that's both parties' fault though, but you know, it should be a conversation before y'all get into whatever y'all getting into about, listen, we gonna play it. Honestly, if you want to be honest, you gotta play it hide and go seek. Like, I only see you, my kid don't have to see you, and we could just play it like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like some people get caught up in their emotions and like they get attached, and they're like, well, I want you to meet my child, but the other person can be on a different page. So I think it's definitely communication from the beginning. But I've never had those problems. So,
hey, me either. You know, I'm happily in a relationship. You know, y'all know. But if y'all got an opinion on this, you know,
make sure y'all comment.
DM us, comment on our Instagram, you know, and let us know how you feel about this certain topic, because we gave our opinion. We want to know y'all opinion. And don't be shy. We don't judge anybody.
Should people feel discouraged if they're not finding their, like, the person they want to be with, or the person that they think they want, because the person doesn't want to deal with them and their kids? Should people get discouraged? Like, how should they go about, you know, trying to find someone for them, knowing that they might have 2 or 3 or 6 kids?
Oh, as a single, you're
like,
saying as a parent,
he's a
single
father or a single mother.
Yeah.
Like, how should people?
Are they? You said, are you asking?
How should people go about finding a spouse for themselves with all these kids? Like, even though I know a lot of people may get discouraged if somebody, well, I got 3 kids, they're like, I'm good.
So, you know, a wise person once said, "It's somebody out there for everybody."
Oh yeah,
but
definitely.
but like, I wouldn't know because I'm not in this position. But I would think, like, you just gotta live one for your kids first, and don't just going out there just to find anybody, because that ain't never good.
There's some people that do that. But
yeah, and that's because they try to fill some type of void that they think that they missing out on, and it's probably worse. It probably worsens their situation rather than making them a better mother or father or person in general. Whereas you take your time, you take care of home first, and yourself, your kids, and then somebody hopefully will one day pop in their life at the right time and at the right moment. Because, like, if you go searching for this so-called person that you've been looking for, you're probably not gonna find that person.
Yeah, definitely not. You're rushing it.
You forcing it.
Yeah, true.
Hey, so, like,
can't force it. You gotta let it happen.
To all the single parents out there, it's nothing wrong with, you know,
having multiple kids first. It's not
one, and play the field, but don't be settling for anybody to meet your kids, because that's a whole nother.
Yeah, that's a
whole nother thing. But, like,
just respect yourself, man. Respect
your kids, because they didn't ask to come into this world and be put in that situation, but now that maybe they are, it's like, respect them, so when they get older, they know what's right and what's wrong, in a sense.
Definitely.
If that makes sense.
Nah, I definitely understand where you're coming from. I don't know, you just gotta, kids are smart, and
they get smarter quicker these days.
Yeah, they'll definitely, they pay attention to things too. So if they see a man, a single father, he got girls running all through the house, when they come to them family functions, it's like, yeah, you know, my daddy had such and such through the house. Same thing with women. You land a bunch of men in your house, and your kids are gonna blurt your business out, believe it or not.
Kids are brutally honest,
and they don't know no better.
Right.
Now is you know, you just got to reevaluate what you're doing. So, seriously. Like,
so you know, it just don't go out there forcing something. Just let it happen organically. Like,
don't be discouraged if you have multiple kids, because there's guys that are willing to
take on. There you go.
You and your responsibility. So there are some good men out there, and there are some women out there that'll take care of a guy's 6 kids and love him like her own, and she don't even have no kids. So it's hope out there, man. Don't give up. Don't give up hope.
I like that.
Yeah.
Don't give up hope. Put that on a t-shirt. Say nah, but what else?
The second one was
Yeah.
Are you responsible for your spouse's self-happiness?
Let's start here.
First,
you're responsible for your own happiness.
True.
You got to be happy before you can try to make somebody else happy. And you can be in a relationship
and not be happy.
So it goes back to not forcing anything. Like, one, take care of yourself. Yourself is the first person you should be worried about over anything, unless you have kids and whatnot.
True.
But like, take care of yourself. Make sure you good, whether it be financially, mentally, physically. Like, make sure you good, and then once you find that partner in your life, that's when you can, like, since you're good, and maybe they aren't, maybe they are, but you can help them get better, or if they already better, then y'all making each other better, and then that's when you can, I don't want to say feel responsible for their happiness, but you're bettering each other's lives. So
you could definitely encourage your partner, but you have to communicate with that person. Like, I don't feel like myself, or, you know, I feel like I've been gaining a lot of weight, or work's not going well, so I'm unhappy. Like, you have to communicate with your partner, and then it's, you know, y'all have to take it from there. If they feel like they don't want to deal with it, then maybe that person's not for you. Or even try to deal with it, or try to sit you down and be like, all right, well, let's write down some things that can maybe better the situation. But if you approach your partner like, look, I'm not happy with this and I'm not happy with that, and they just be like, fuck. Well, you need to reevaluate that relationship, and you need to reevaluate, like, yourself and your time and what you're putting your time into. So
and it's not easy. Like, me personally, I don't talk much. I don't even know why I created a podcast. I don't even like talking, but like, once you, I don't want to say feel comfortable enough, but once you break out of that shell of communicating your feelings and talking things out with anybody, you don't even got to be in a relationship. It could be your friends or your coworkers. Once you break out of that shell of just letting people know how you feel and when you feel the way you feel, is like, that's when relationships grow, businesses grow, definitely. Friendships grow. That's when anything grows, when you're able to just open yourself up, pause, and just let people in to know how you feel. Yeah. Rather than holding everything in, letting it bottle up, and one wrong thing somebody says, you lashing out on them. Mm-hmm. And that happens a lot. I'm going off track, but that happens a lot too.
No, it does, yeah. When you mad, you start to take it out on people that didn't even do anything to you. So let me ask you a personal question. You and your grandma were close, correct?
Yeah, great grandma.
Great grandma, I'm sorry.
Nah,
like, now that she has, you know, gone to a better place, how are you keeping yourself mentally stable? How are you keeping self-happiness in your daily, you know, regimen? Like, what are you doing to make sure, you know, you're okay on a daily basis?
That's a good question, Mr. Bean. But so yeah, she basically took care of me every day after school. When I was in, what was I, like fifth grade to like high school. Mm-hmm. She would be there every day when I got home, we always had. This is on my Puerto Rican side for y'all that don't know. So we ate some type of rice every day of the week. So but she took care of me every day. Me and my little brother once he was born, and you asked how am I keeping my happiness and how am I guess grieving.
Yeah.
It's hit me different. It will hit me different once like we have some type of funeral or whatnot. That's when things hit me. Like for other family members, it hit them right away, and that was their grandmother, their mom, you know. So it's different, but it's like for me, when people pass away, it hits me at the funeral, and that's when like I break down.
That stomach get tight, throat
tears,
get dry,
tears start flowing. But that's
Pause.
So I haven't. So I'm grieving in my own way, just like everybody else grieving their own way. So I'm like, I don't want to say I'm good because that sounds like disheartening or whatever, but I'm good right now.
Right now you're good
because she's good. She's not suffering anymore because she was battling to stay alive, but it was like
true.
You fought long enough, but I'm good. Like I'm happy. I got family, friends,
people checking on you.
My girl.
Shout out to Leah.
One. But yeah, I'm good.
Nah,
Appreciate you for asking that.
No, yeah, definitely. I feel like as we get older, I feel like, well, with me, my pride started to fade away. Like if I had an issue within myself, like I will always call the closest person to me or the first person I could think of, and I would just sit there and talk. I thank those people who I have called and they sat there and listened. Might not wanted to listen to what the hell I was talking about, but y'all sat there, you played it off, and I appreciate that.
And sometimes that's all you need is somebody. You don't even need somebody to respond to what you're saying to. You just need somebody to listen. And when somebody can listen to you vent and just talk about whatever without feeling obligated to respond, once you have a friend or friends or family that realize that is like, damn, I can go to this person for certain situations, and that's when you're like releasing whatever you were going through, and that's healthy because it's mental health. We talked about it before. Is like it's very prevalent nowadays, and
true.
And us as Black people don't like talking to whether it be a therapist or just anybody in general about our problems. We want to keep it to ourselves. We want to fight through it, but that's really that's not good for you.
Therapy is good, especially if it's somebody you don't know. They're not biased, and they just sit there and, well, you have anything else you want to say? And you be like, damn, that's what it took for me to
so calm
to talk about what was going on with me. But going back on track. I feel like your spouse plays a part in your happiness, because if you're not happy with your spouse, then you're gonna be, kind of down and upset. But the thing I don't really understand is when people say, I gave my all to that person, now I need to focus on myself. I feel like if you're with the right person, they're going to make sure y'all are good, but they're going to make sure you're good too. That's just me.
I hear you.
I feel like you should be dealing with somebody that's going to always not be down your back, but just going to make sure that you're mentally stable. They're going to ask how you're doing every day. Is there anything you need to talk about? Not just out here, I don't know.
If your partner not inspiring, encouraging, motivating you daily, then something is wrong.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm not saying like break up with your girlfriend, your boyfriend right at that moment, but like we said before, communicate to that to them, and let them know like you don't feel like
you're appreciated, or
and say it in the right way, because you said,
don't go in there spazzing.
You said the wrong.
Coming to your house.
You said the wrong way. It can go left real quick. But we don't want none of that going on. But but yeah, just communicate it with them and just let them know how you feel. That's all it really is with anything, is communication. I'm working on it myself. It's a daily process that I'm trying to get better at each and every day. But
as long as you're trying, man, I feel like
as long as you get better each and every day.
It's kind of hard because I feel like people still use excuse, like, oh, I've been like this my whole life. Like, bro,
That's not good.
Almost 30 years.
That's not a good thing.
We almost 30. You don't know how to talk to somebody? You can tell somebody when you want something, but you can't tell somebody when you upset, or you ain't like, let's keep it simple. Oh, you ain't like when they came in the house 5 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
What you gonna bottle that up for 3 days? People do that. Like, people will step in and you don't even have to. Like, why prolong it when we could talk about it right now and just get it over with?
Right, and then you act in a certain type of way towards that person, and they don't even know why.
Now it's conflict in the crib.
Now it's 5 days later. Now you want to bring up what happened a week ago.
Yep, somebody was sleeping on the couch for 4 days.
It's just shit don't make sense, honestly. Like, just communicate with whatever to whoever. It's less arguments. I hate arguing. It's less arguments, and your relationship, your friendship, whatever will be better. It's simple.
It's crazy.
So
what's been going on in the world, man? Have you seen Iggy Azalea? She been like snapping on Instagram lately about Playboy Cardi.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we don't know their situation.
He had like an album come out, right?
Yeah,
but she said
he didn't spend time with his son on Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never seen Iggy post nothing crazy, but I feel like this one was boiling that skin a little bit, and she felt like she needed to put all the cards out on the table.
Probably didn't. It probably wasn't even that made her mad. Of course, she probably mad that he don't see their son. We don't know, like you said, but maybe he don't see their son as much as she want him to. But probably something else happened, and it just triggered her to like go on. What was it? Twitter, Instagram.
I think she went on live on Instagram and
went on anything and start, just spilling
out.
Yeah, it's like, dang, she probably had that bottled in.
How you feel about people waiting so long to put stuff out on the table? Like, do you think people they're like, oh, I don't want to be dramatic, or I don't want to be chaotic?
What I don't like, and I'm not even talking about celebrities, just people in general. I don't like when people put their business online, like
social media, period, right?
Yeah, like, of course they want attention. That's clear. They want some type of attention. But like, everybody don't need to know what's going on in your personal life. Like,
that's even off social media.
Yeah, like, but especially social media, because I see it more times than not. It's like, why are you letting us know that so and so did this? Like,
cheated on you with your cousin. Why are you putting that on? That like, makes you look crazy.
Of course that makes
both of you. It make him look worse.
But it looks you look crazy as well, because you putting it online. You probably got like thousands of friends on Facebook. It's like, yo, you just told 1,000 or more people what you going through. Like,
9 times out of 10, you'll be back with that person in like the next 48 hours.
And that's the worst. You posting all this on social media.
Definitely.
2 days later, y'all posting a selfie.
I got some advice for everybody out there. Please keep your family out of your relationship. I'm not speaking on but I'm just saying in general. Like, a lot of people let their families dictate their relationship when you probably don't even see them. You probably see them once a month or twice a year. Like, just keep your family out of your relationship, because then, I mean, family is everything, but your family can be your closest enemy, for real.
And they also not in that relationship.
Yeah, definitely. And that's men, keep your boys out of your relationship. And women, keep your girlfriends out of your relationship. Because it's like, when y'all together now and y'all come back to these family events, or y'all go to these friends events, they like, well, why the fuck is he here? What? You just told me that he was down at the street eating in a... Like just keep your relationship between
y'all.
How about we do that for 2021?
Wow, that's some of y'all New Year's resolution.
Keep your relationship between you two. Like, let it be so private that y'all not even together and people still thinking y'all together. Because y'all just, like, yeah, how you doing? It's cool. It's all right. But in that same time, that's when you focusing on your self-happiness. You see how that works?
Wow.
It's crazy.
You came with some gems today.
Yeah, I was thinking, man. I think I had a little time to think. But
what, 3 weeks? What?
Just keep your relationship. It don't even have to be with a significant other. If you got a little, a little buddy in there, keep it to yourself. Don't let everybody know what you're doing.
Because when they start seeing that you're not talking about them, if you're a person that always posting about them, talking about them, or whatever, then they see you stop doing all that. It's like, damn, what happened? But y'all could have just took a break off social media. Y'all could have just chilled. That's why I like to stay low key.
Like Reg said, remember in the episode you said in the beginning you used to post all the time, but it slowed down. You still throw up. They know that's your girl. Yeah. But y'all out here traveling the world, so.
We ain't traveling in a minute though. COVID out
here. Yeah, COVID crazy. Grocery store. That's the only traveling we go to.
We did go to that American Dream Mall.
How is it?
We went snowboarding.
I was about to text you the other day and ask you how much that was. Is it expensive?
I think it's like 40, 50.
A person?
Yeah, but you get all the gear and whatnot for 2 hours, but we stayed about 3.5 hours.
If y'all need a date, if y'all looking, stimulus check about to come back out, so if you need to go on a date,
it might be 600, it might probably not gonna be 2,000, but you're gonna get something. You're gonna get something.
Let's make sure we do something profitable with that 600 this time too, because I know a lot of people was buying some bullshit from what I was seeing on social media. But
I don't like to get into that. We got into that a couple of episodes ago.
But the snowboarding was alright?
It was cool.
I guess if you know what you're doing, I guess.
First 2 times I went around, I was falling and whatnot, but then I got used to it.
You started on the kiddie slope?
Nah, chill. What? I went on the regular one, but I was falling. But
can you tell people the concept of snowboarding if they don't know? Because they think you just go down the hill.
So it's like you got a snowboard, but your feet are snapped into onto the snowboard. Yeah. So it's like wherever when you fall, you falling with the snowboard. So it's never going to be disconnected.
That could be dangerous.
So you go up to the top of the slope. And it's different things you can do. Obviously, you can go straight down. It's like a zigzag type of.
Now, what's in there? I mean, it's a mall. So do they have just 2 slopes or is it 3 slopes? How many slopes is it?
I don't think they were following COVID protocol. Honestly,
it was about to get them.
It was about. Nah, they probably was, but it was a lot of people in there. But it's a big space.
Okay.
But
what I'm saying, so everybody goes down one big slope, or is it like connected to advanced?
So it's beginners. It's what would you call
middle class,
and then advanced, where they jumping over stuff.
Oh snap!
So yeah, I was at the beginner, and I did a couple times on the middle part. Middle part is just a straight shot down. Beginner is actually you zigzagging. Yeah. So that's kind of hard.
Let me get on that the beginner zone, because
it's worth the money.
It's kind of hard to stop though,
and especially if you never did it before. It's something that you want to experience.
So that's like a pre-trial before going to the Poconos or something.
Yeah, going to Poconos. Where else they get snowboard at?
Minnesota
or some shit.
Mountain Creek, right? Ain't that in New Jersey?
Oh, Denver, Colorado. Yeah, but
Salt Lake City.
Hey.
Alright, that's
shout out to the brand. But listen,
when you got them cuts, yeah,
Leah's sister made that. But
shout out to her.
Listen,
it's a nice ass cut.
Thanks, bro. All right, I'll get you. But
thanks, man.
Before we wrap up this episode,
wait, what's going on in the sports world?
we gonna get into some sports, and then we gonna talk about these. We're gonna talk about 2021, what we expect to do in 2021.
True.
Some advice for people going into 2021.
Hopefully they listen.
So sports. James Harden, he acting crazy. No, before that, I'm a Cowboys fan. We played the Eagles last night.
Got them out of here.
It was a couple people texting me first quarter when it was 17-3.
What were the text messages?
One was your team trash. Second one was
Eagles was up 17?
Eagles was up 17-3. Your team trash. D-Jack is back because he scored a touchdown, like 60 yards.
81.
My response was...
My twin brother.
My response was, what did I say? Let the game play out. So I let the game play out.
And look what happened.
Then I started texting second quarter when I can tell, yo, we gonna beat them.
I was working. I couldn't even watch it.
We was driving. And then third, fourth quarter when I was texting these people back, they wasn't responding. And that's how Eagles fans are. I can't
You gonna put names out there or no?
Ted. You know who I'm talking about.
Did
Ted.
Kida text?
Nah.
No?
I saw her on her Instagram story, though. She said it's hard being an Eagles fan or something like that. Shout out to Kida.
Kida, shout out to you.
Y'all almost had us.
Self-care. I like Jalen Hurts, though.
Yes.
I love Jalen Hurts. I like him.
If they get some receivers,
because Alshon getting a little up there.
Yeah, he old. He should never be your number 2 receiver.
I need my brother to stay healthy. I need D-Jack to stay healthy. Because he looked good when he's still fast, but it's like, we got to get him a strength and conditioning coach or something. We got to give him something new, bro.
I don't know what he need, but he cannot stay.
It's always
maybe he got.
It's always the middle of the season.
Maybe he should play every other game.
Don't disrespect that man like that. What a reoccurring injuries every year? You think it's just not taking care of your body? Like age, maybe?
For a football player, he is frail.
But he don't really get tackled like that.
But once he get tackled,
it's over.
Yeah. What else? James Harden. That's what I want to talk about. He was basically sitting out because he don't want to be on the Rockets.
He acting like AB.
He was going to I think it was a strip club he went to. During when he was supposed to be
get some chicken.
He was supposed to be not quarantining, excuse me, but the season was about to start and he posting pictures in the club and he not supposed to do that. He got fined and everything, but he doing everything to not be on this Rockets team.
So can you explain to me why he couldn't? Why can't you be in the strip club? Is it because of quarantine or is it because
protocols? NBA protocols. You're not supposed to be in those type of environments
before the season
even during the season because you obviously you putting yourself in danger. But the whole league.
Chicken wings. I heard strip club food is probably better than your grandma cooking. I heard it's real good. Maybe he wanted to go get some chicken wings like that.
Hey.
Nah, you right though. You shouldn't.
Nah, but they be saying people in the that got higher ranks in the media world. They say he he goes out before COVID and whatnot. He always went out to the clubs, strip clubs. Before games, not before games, the night before games.
Night before game?
After games,
crazy.
That's the type of person he is, but when he get on the court, he still give you 30, 35, so.
Ain't nothing wrong with a strip club. Just
hey,
sanitize.
as long as he putting them numbers up, it's
You think he got fat?
No. I think it's just.
A lot of people say he gained weight.
Either that's Photoshop or it was just a bad angle. It was
husky.
A bad angle, maybe.
He always been husky a little bit, though.
Photoshop or a bad angle.
He's still giving you 30.
35. He first game back 44, 17 assists.
How many shots?
22.
That's it? I was at least waiting for like 45. 45.
They trash though.
How you feel about LaMelo?
I like LaMelo.
Just how he playing. How do you think is he living up to his name?
It's hard to say.
He's not.
It's only 3 games.
He ain't disappointing.
But no. I think he's gonna be the best out of the his brothers.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna get Rookie of the Year though. But
nah, I think the other who he played for, the Timberwolves.
yeah, Edwards.
Yeah, Edwards.
Mm-hmm. Melo is not like he not strong enough yet, but he gonna be good. He gonna be good in like 2 or 3 years when he put some muscle and get in that weight room. He probably gonna eventually be starting for the Hornets because.
How about Rozier dunking on KD?
KD be getting dunked on low key a lot.
That's crazy.
But I know that's going on Rozier somewhere in his house.
In his crib.
Show his kids.
I will put that as soon as you walk in my living room. Look at this.
I'm putting that everywhere in the house. Different colors though.
One of the best scorers in the league. I dunked on him.
He tried to.
And he didn't brush his hair that day.
Who, KD?
Yeah. How you know who I was talking about?
Brush what hair? Yo. I don't know if you saw the clip, but he be working out with like Scully's on, like hats.
You think that's what is causing that hair loss?
The top, he wears it because he knows like the way that cameras are, it shoots down on you.
Crazy. Should he just get the baldy then? If you're going bald on the top of your head, should you just cut your hair off?
Shout out to my boy Feet.
Shout out to my boy Jay Wills.
Hey,
Justin,
we gonna have him on soon.
Listen, no disrespect to Jay Wills. That's my brother. I love him to death. But he was smart. Jay Wills was smart. Jay Wills started going bald close to like the end of high school, and he just said, "I got the baldy." Shout out to Jay Wills.
That's basically what Feet did. But it was his hairline that was going back. He wasn't going bald.
Oh, so he wasn't. All right, well.
So then I wasn't me. It was somebody who said, "Yo, you might as well go bald." He went
He
bald.
like
then
a fake Morris Chestnut.
That's what we told him before we wrapped this up. I don't know if it was me or somebody else, but we was like, you might as well shave off your mustache and your eyebrows.
He didn't do it. Like, what's the dude name from the Steelers?
Oh, Shazier?
He looked like him? Hey, yo, Feet, you want some bullshit?
He didn't do his eyebrows. He did his mustache.
I was about to say.
Shout out to
Feet
Feet.
walking around here looking like a Sharpie.
Hey. So, 2020, what's today? 28. This will be out before New Year's Eve, so 2020 about to come to an end. Question for you. How has 2020 been for you, and what do you expect 2020 to be?
Honestly, I was living my life the same before the pandemic because I was still working. I mean, I was kind of taking risks, I ain't gonna lie, but I was still going out. I wasn't like around, but I mean, yeah, I guess I was going out to the bars and all that. I realized that you could be here today and be going tomorrow. Because some of the healthiest people I knew were passing away, and I'm just grateful that I'm still here on this earth and I'm still here, just able to wake up and just breathe the next day. But in 2021, I don't know. I just want this pandemic to be over, man. I just see a lot of people not in their right state of mind, and they're not mentally stable. They get depressed easy, and it's not like they're going through anything. It's just like they feel like trapped in a house, or they can't see the people they've been seeing on a daily basis. So I just want, I don't know. I'm all right. I'm good. I don't think I went through anything mentally with that, maybe a little bit just going to work. And with my son, you know, he got cerebral palsy, so that was probably the only thing that I was scared about. But I still had to be a parent, so I'm good, man. I'm loving life. I'm living life right now. What about you?
So for me, 2020, it was rough because pandemic started what? March.
End of March.
We were supposed to go to, I always get this mixed up. I think Italy. We were supposed to go to Italy, maybe Spain, one of them. So that's when it started peaking. So we had to cancel that.
Did y'all get your,
we got a credit.
Yeah,
then
about to make sure.
We switched it to go to LA. Then it started getting crazy. We canceled that, you know, got the same credit. Switched it to Vegas. You know.
So you got like $3,000 in credit.
At that point, it was like, all right, we canceling a third trip.
Mm-hmm.
We not going nowhere.
Did y'all do anything to make it up? Like,
there's nothing you can do, like, to, you know.
Yeah, to
we
go
expected,
to Italy, I don't know.
We expected to go to Italy. Then we, you know, all right, we can't go there. Let's try. Let's try. Yeah, for sure. We going somewhere this year.
Gotta go somewhere.
But yeah. So 2020, a lot of canceled trips. But I was able to dive into more podcasts and stuff. I added my guy.
Sure. Appreciate
DJ Bean to the team. Shout out to Kida.
Shout out.
I know you're gonna see this. In 2021. First, for the podcast, we're going to do a lot more interviews.
True. Local
talent, local entrepreneurs.
I think next interview we're going to have somebody. I'm still working on that. Well, it's set in stone, but, you know, I got to talk to my partner.
I got a couple people that's been wanting to come on, but for me, like, with the pandemic, I ain't going to say I don't trust everybody, but, like, I just want to be better safe than sorry. So in the new year, we're gonna have interviews because because I had some people lined up, but with the pandemic and everything, I just didn't want to take that chance. I'd rather just us do interviews. True. I mean, not interviews, episodes with just us, me, you, and Kida, or like it is now, me and you. But new year, more interviews, showcasing more people that's very talented in this area.
Definitely.
I don't do the Instagram lives, but if Quan want to do it or Kida want to do it, I'll give them access to the, you know, Instagram, but I don't do it because I don't even like FaceTime. That's another story. But
you don't even pick up the phone when people call them.
Exactly. So yeah, more interviews. I told Leah this yesterday. I told her 2021 is the year of more. So more of everything, more money, more opportunities, more life. Shout out to Mo and Ant.
Mo and Ant, more life.
Yeah. So with that being said, any advice for anybody that's listening going into 2021? We know we like to do New Year's resolutions. I told Quan this before we got on air. I don't really like the word or the saying New Year's resolution because if you want to do it, you're going to do it whenever. But if you had any advice for anybody.
It sounds like next year we probably going to be going through the same thing with the pandemic. I guess for like the first half of the year. So I guess.
Supposedly they have a vaccine.
I'm not taking that shit.
No.
You see how they was on with the
Good.
But anything that you were doing this year to keep yourself sane, to keep, you know, stay mentally stable, to stay happy, I would just say just keep doing that. Just roll that over into the next year. If you was working out before next year, just keep working out. I just think mental stability right now is probably the best thing that we need to focus on during this pandemic. Any other? I'm big on trying to save money. I'm having a real hard issue with that. I'm not broke, but I don't know. I'm just an impulsive buyer. Like if I see something I like it, I'll just buy it. I don't know why. It's useful.
I just got them Kobe's.
But you gonna wear the Kobe's?
The Grinch, the green ones.
You gonna wear? Are you gonna wear them?
Yeah, eventually.
It's just I just be buying like I don't know. I just be buying. Like I bought a pair of Timbs, right? And then I bought a pair of Jordans. Like I didn't need both of them, but I don't know. That's what I'm working on. Stop being an impulsive buyer and saving money this year. So that's probably the only just mental stability and saving money, I guess, because we can't go no fucking where. So,
I mean, you can.
You can, but you're taking a risk.
Yeah. I get it. For me,
Not here. Wow.
22. Nah, you good. My boy feet be traveling everywhere. I'm gonna stop talking about feet though. He going to Atlanta next week. But
we going back to Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico was lit. But my bad, my fault. Go ahead.
I went there once. Damn, I gotta go back. But that's right after they had like the hurricane, so it was like.
Oh yeah, ain't had nothing.
Was it a hurricane, tornado?
It was
like
it was a hurricane.
Yeah,
hurricane.
But 2021. Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Puerto Rico.
Advice. I would say just live your life, because 2020 showed us that life is short. Like you never know when you gonna get sick. You can try to, I guess, be the safest you can during this pandemic, but you still can contract the virus or whatever.
How safe is safe?
Right. You still can contract it anywhere because you don't know what everybody doing.
Mm-hmm.
So just live your life. Not saying travel all crazy, because whatever. But life is short. And just do what you've been planning on doing early in the year. Like get things done and just do it to where it makes you happy. It makes you feel like you're doing something, whether it be for yourself, for the community. We can get to that real quick too.
Yeah.
But just do things that make you happy. And if you're in a relationship, do things. Take your girlfriend, your boyfriend out more often, whether it be a dinner.
And you pay. How about you pay this time?
Nah, I don't want to pay. Say no. But yeah, just do things that just make you happy, because it's too many people out here that's miserable. Like it's too many miserable people out here, bro.
He said, "I don't want to pay.
I don't want to pay anymore." But yeah.
If you always pay when you go out, make your spouse pay. It's the least you can do. Try something different.
Nah, me and Leah, we alternate usually.
These people know who I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
These people that's always getting these free meals, getting these free bags and all that. How about you go buy your man?
Exactly.
Go buy your man a pair of sneakers. Ain't even gotta be no Jordans. It's probably gonna have to be some Jordans. But go take them, get a meal. Like the little small dates, man. Like the ones like right after work, the happy hour and all that. That means a lot, because people be needing that after work.
Man, so. 2021, apply for that job you think you're not qualified for. Do things that make you happy.
Definitely.
Work on things that you need to get better on, but make sure you're working on it not half-assed, but actually going 100% or more if you can on whatever you feel your purpose is.
I say self-care. 2021.
Self-care, mental health, that goes into that.
Definitely.
And just being happy. If you ain't happy, you're miserable, and nobody wants to be miserable.
And nobody wants to be around miserable people.
Boom. And before we, close this out, my boy, DJ Bean, we got to get your thing on here too.
Yeah.
But he just talk about what you did.
So on Christmas, I shout out to Eric Bullock. Eric Bullock, he's the disciplinarian at Foundation Academy. That's on here.
That's Pete, brother?
Yeah. Trent, New Jersey, on West State Street. I reached out to Facebook first and asked him to find me a family who was in need this Christmas. And he actually found a mother of two, 7 years old and 15 years old. Their father, her spouse, their father was recently convicted. I think he was sentenced to like over like 10 years or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I took it upon myself to give back this Christmas, and I bought them groceries. I went to Acme. I think I spent like $280 on groceries. Loaded it up and dropped it off Christmas morning. And thank you. But I just remember, you know, being with my mom, and shit, me and my mom haven't even spent a Christmas together since then. But I know what it feels like to not have anything, like no electricity, like eating cereal for dinner, lunch, and breakfast. So this year I just wanted to give back, and it definitely made me feel like I'm giving back to my community. Not even just being a police officer here, but just seeing them people
smile.
satisfied. Yeah, like they know they have a meal for the next couple weeks. So that was good, man.
Nah, shout out to you for doing that. Shout out to everybody else in the community that's giving back. That's very appreciated.
Definitely.
And it doesn't go unnoticed. But we want to wish y'all a happy New Year. I hope y'all enjoyed. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure you subscribe, comment, follow us on Instagram, the Playmaker Podcast.
Make sure y'all comment on those. My bad, I'm gonna cut you off.
Go ahead.
Comment on those topics we talked about. Your spouse's self-happiness and dating someone that has a kid or kids. Let us know how you feel about that.
And I'm gonna post that on the Instagram story. See some people responses. But we thank y'all for tuning in to this episode of the Playmaker Podcast. I'm your host, Reggie Coleman.
DJ Bean.
And we out.
That was a good one.
Visit our website.